Cyberpunk 2077's surprise update just made a change we've been begging for. Cyberpunk 2077 ended February with a surprise update, and it's brought with it a number of fixes and improvements. Most importantly of all, however, it's added an incredibly well-received change that we've been begging for. For those that missed the news yesterday, Cyberpunk 2077's 2.12 patch arrived like a bolt out of the blue. You can currently download it now on all platforms and enjoy the various quality of life improvements it brings. It's nothing like as substantial as the major Cyberpunk 2.0 update, of course, but it makes some neat changes. One of the most notable things the update has done is made a change to the quest I can see clearly now. For those that might have missed this one, it's a neat, if inconsequential, side mission in which you aim to help a vending machine. Said vending machine is stuck down an alley and because of a dumpster blocking its view, can't see the world in all its glory. To complete the quest, you have to move the dumpster out of the way. The catch? You need a certain amount of points in the body attribute check. Points you may not have depending on your build and playstyle. It's also worth noting there's no other way to move the dumpster other than sheer brute force. The upshot of this is that many players have been forced to leave the poor vending machine to languish in the dark, and who needs that on their conscience? Fortunately, the 2.12 update has made it so that you can now move the dumpster much more easily, a change which players have described as most welcome. Like I say, it's hardly the biggest or best Cyberpunk 2077 mission, but it's nice that everybody gets to see it through now. Cyberpunk 2077 has received a fair few updates over the past year, many of which have brought the game to not only a playable state, but to a point where many consider it among the best RPGs of the past few years. It all started with Update 2.0, which paved the way for the DLC, Phantom Liberty, bringing so many quality of life changes that players were swarming back to the CD Projekt Red title. The game is now in such a good place that the developers are thrilled with the quality, as are fans. Thankfully, the development team aren't slacking, and the updates keep coming, even if they're small. There's a small patch coming to Cyberpunk 2077 today, which will bring more quality of life updates to the RPG after the previous patch, 2.11. Sadly, there are no firm details as to what will be included in the update, but given CD Projekt Red's previous updates, you can bet it'll be full of squash bugs, and we may even get some tweaks to weapons and NPC behaviors. The update was announced on Twitter by Global Community Director Marcin Moment, where he said, "If all goes as planned, we should have a small-ish patch dropping for Cyberpunk 2077 tomorrow, addressing some of the most reported issues since version 2.11. Stay tuned for the full list of changes coming with the update, and as always, we appreciate your patience." It's a smallish fragile patch, but that doesn't mean it's not an important one. Interestingly, when replying to a user who mentioned their mods would need patching too, Mamat said, "We know it's not ideal for mod users, but there are some things reported by players we really want to address. So it sounds like the patch will fix more recent issues that players have been facing. Prepare yourselves for a download before you next fire up the game."